Dodgers lead this series 3-1, but the Yankees lead the game 5-0. And the Dodgers still don't have a hit against Garrett Cole, who has been dominant.
He has. Nice mixture of pitches. He's used his breaking ball very effectively, but his fastball has been electric.
Hernandez with the first base hit of the ball game for the Dodgers. And that snaps back to the middle part of yesterday's game, an extended no-hitter between the man and Cole. That was over 27 stretch snap right there with that base hit.
You don't mind the hit, like you just don't want to walk the leadoff hitter. It's a total different feeling.
So the Dodgers with their first hit. Sent Shohei Ohtani's single in the 5th inning yesterday. He had been struck out and a changeup his first time. It's a single for a strike here. They're both throwing 5 different pitches in this game. Vesia getting ready after a scoreless 4th inning from Kopech. Dave Roberts using his top arms, trying to keep him within striking distance. Balls 0-2. If the Yankees can hang on to this 5-0 lead, and it extends to a Game 6 Friday night in Los Angeles. Interesting vibe in LA. The series they led 3-0, and that would be 3-2. The heating up Judge, who settles into this ball, but then drops it. Can Hernandez get to the bat before the throw? He does. On a routine play, Aaron Judge just flubs it in center field, and the Dodgers catch a huge break right there. What in the world?
I took my eye off and I went to right F8.
So did he.
I got that in the light. I don't know. Let's see where it goes. He was looking at the runner. The runner was in no man's land, but great heads up.
Judge, who took a hit away from Freddie Freeman, gives a base runner to the Dodgers right here.
Rizzo always seems to know the right time to just go up to his pitcher and just settle the moment. Never let anything get too big.
What did everybody say that he brings? Humor, levity, heartfelt passion. Experience about the Bennett. Well, the Dodgers got to be saying, okay, here's our chance.
At least most mindset is, I need to pick my teammate up. My teammate picked me up last inning. And you really do have that responsibility when you're on the mound. How do you do that? You make great pitches, you get a ground ball double play right here, and then all's forgotten. But that's the mindset. And all the other things that come on, you don't start adding in your mind, oh shoot, what could have been, this is, you just limit the damage. As I said earlier, you pitch this inning like the ninth.
Falls behind Smith, 2-1.
The reason you can't do this in the regular season, you go crazy. You never last. You never last. You know, hitting's easier when you just win one pitch at a time. One pitch at a time. You know how many at-bats you give away in the course of 162? A lot. It's human nature. It's hard to stay locked in every single pitch. Well, in the postseason, you can break it down that way. The game will be longer. You'll be more mentally tired, but that's
of mishaps for New York.
Well, it actually was the right play. He was going over that way, a much easier play, and he just kind of fired it really quickly because Kike Hernandez got a great jump. He put pressure on this throw. And by putting pressure on that throw, he put Jazz in an impossible situation for that short hop.
Well, this has been one of the big differentiators throughout this series. The Yankees defense sloppy. Open the door for the Dodgers back in game one. If the Yankees lose this series, a lot of moments in that game one, they can look back and say, what if we had made this play or that play? The game might not get to extra innings. Two plays right here that have opened the door on a potential big inning for LA when it looked like they had nothing going.
Again, the Dodgers fight, and they're long in their lineup. They're getting ready to turn it over to the top of the lineup. So now Garrett Cole's looking at, okay, 2 runs or less. Bases loaded, nobody out, 2 runs or less. You get out with 1, it's a great job.
It's the non-hitter, Gavin Lux. Inside ball 1. Lux walked his first time. On deck, Shohei Ohtani. Single dope in the air. 2 errors on the Yankees. Bases loaded for LA. Lux swings and misses. A fastball at 99.
Man, oh man. That's turning it up.
Powers 1-2 pitch. Got it. 99 again. Tailing away for the first out of the 5th.
Again, nothing has changed demeanor-wise from Garrett Cole. He is giving the persona that everything is in control. Even the errors didn't make him twitch.
Far from out of the woods, it's Ohtani with the bases juiced in the 5th. Strike 1, trying to hit it a mile. Last home run for Ohtani was game 4 of the championship series over at Citi Field. Been on a rampage in this postseason with men on base. Playing through that bad shoulder. On 1-1. Fouls it into the glove. A fastball ties him up, and it's 1-2.
It's hard. He's gone way in the tank to get these 2 strikeouts. You cannot think you're 1 more out away. You just have to block it out and make pitches with 2 outs.
It's another MVP coming up. Mookie Betts, ball
1. Might even see some emotion from Garrett Cole. Again, the Dodgers take nothing for granted. Watch Mookie Betts run. He knows he's got a chance right there. And that spin and the delay right there, Cole was thinking he could take it by himself.
Can't take that for granted, though.
No.
Two errors and now that. And the Dodgers have their first run. They're loaded for Freeman. Got an all-time home run tear, which started with a grand slam in Game 1. Finds himself with the bases loaded as the tying run in Game 5.
Well, from no stress to a ton of stress. For Garrett Cole, release crowd.
Climbs the ladder, fouls it back. Where are you going here?
He's had a killer curveball with 2 strikes. What he did to Ohtani was about as nasty of pitches you'll see in a long time.
Freeman stays alive.
You know he was running hard to first base on that one. He will do that the rest of the time.
How about his fielder's choice yesterday that brought in a run was his fastest straight speed of the year?
But just think about it. I mean, it would have been real easy for a couple of these plays for the Dodgers runners to assume. Never assume, and they don't. And they ran hard, and they did this inning, and they got a chance to crawl back in this game. Because of that, they're taking advantage of some of the lapses here, major lapses by the Yankees.
Old bugaboos for the Yanks back up the worst time. Here in the World Series, led this game 5-0. A run is crossed. Freddie Freeman on 1-2. Into center field, a base hit. 2 more runs will score. The Dodgers take advantage of the bad defense from New York, and this game has changed in the blink of an eye. And guess who? It's Freddie Freeman right in the middle of it. Now 12 runs driven in 5 games in this fall classic for the ages.
Well, he just muscles this ball to center field. He went with the fastball, trying to pan him inside. And Freddie, so good at putting the ball in play. And there's Charlie, his son.
Clip that right there, because that'd be great footage. Pete Macheska in 20 years when Charlie Freeman does it in the World Series, because I'm telling you, he's on his way to playing the big leagues himself. Need a fine kid that age. Tying on the board now, 2 gone in the 5th for Teoscar Hernandez.
Chase, I'll tell you the other thing besides the obvious that it's done. It has taken a lot out of Garrett Cole to get through this inning, which lessens his ability to pitch deeper into the game. This is 27 hard pitches with stress on every one of them.
Back foul, 0-2 on Hernandez. All set up by this. Aaron Judge on a routine pop. Took his eyes off of the ball. And then one batter later, Volpe throws in the dirt over there. Since that play, 18 extra pitches thrown on what should have been the end of the inning. And there was this. Cole failing to cover first. Here's Stakes stacking up, letting a team like the Dodgers right back in the game. Garrett Cole came into this inning and he not allowed a hit. Hernandez started it with 1. Betts and Freeman have followed with hits of their own. That's the runner at 3rd. Freeman at first, the tying run. The 1-2 pitch to Teoscar Hernandez. In the air to left center field. Judge on the run. Dead straight on. And the track, and it's over his head. That's in to score. Freddie Freeman for the plate. And
80 total. And no strikes on Max Muncy. Let's go down to Tom.
Yeah, this is what happens with the pitch clock, guys. You just don't have time to slow the game down. Garrett Cole has been on the mound for 17 minutes. And I'm really surprised that nobody's gone out there to slow the game down and give him a breather.
Go ahead, running squad position. Muncy swings at a 3-0, fouls it back. Starts to loosen. Yankees runs over the first 3 innings. This place was going nuts. Garrett Cole, no hits over the first 4 innings. In fact, the Dodgers didn't have a hit since the 5th inning yesterday. Little things have become big things. Blowout has become a tie game. And now Muncy with a chance to give him the lead. Takes the walk. And Kike Hernandez, who started us all with a base hit, comes back to the plate for the second time in this disaster of a 5th inning for Cole and the Yankees. Yeah, Boone's got an impossible decision now. I would think that this has to be his last hitter. I mean, he's on fumes probably right now just in this inning. I'd say when he got to 2 outs, that's when you got to be careful because you know you're almost out of it. And think about that, 2 incredible strikeouts. And then this has yet to be recorded the 3rd out. And out the word from Capital One.
What's been the highlight of your career?
Did that happen?
I've always been passionate about no fees or minimums on checking accounts. What's in your world?
Let down by his defense, but he still had a chance to get out of it had he covered first base on the Spaceball. Everything has come across from that point forward. Tied at 5, 5th inning. Kike Hernandez started it all. Now trying to bring it full circle and give the Dodgers the lead. Hit against Cole, his second one in this World Series. He's hitting above 400 against Garrett Cole in his career. Hernandez at second, tied it with a double. Muncy at first, and a 0-1 pitch. Judge's error. His error for the offensive heroes the last 2 nights. Defensive goes here and a brand new game in New York.
Round and round, upside down. Boy, you turn me